There is a quiet truth many people struggle to accept. You can be surrounded by noise, attention, and company, and still feel empty. And you can sit alone, quietly, with no one texting, no invitations coming, no crowd around you, and feel at peace. For many, modern life praises the crowd. More followers, more friends, more connections. Social life as status, popularity as proof of worth. But the Stoics saw through this illusion. They knew that to stand alone is not weakness, it is strength. And often, the fewer friends you have, the more you are becoming your true self. Today, we explore why solitude is not a punishment, but a mark of clarity, depth, and authenticity. This is not a message against friendship. The Stoics valued true friends deeply, but they warned us. Most people are not companions, they are distractions. And to outgrow distractions is to outgrow crowds. The misunderstood strength. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men to ever live, wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." He ruled an empire, commanded legions, and yet reminded himself that true comfort, true company, comes from within. In today's world, many misunderstand this. They believe if you are often alone, something must be wrong. You must be broken, socially inept, unwanted. But the Stoics would say, perhaps you simply no longer tolerate the meaningless. Perhaps you do not seek attention, but alignment. Perhaps you do not crave many because you value authentic few, or even just one, yourself. Seneca wrote, "The wise man is content with himself." Notice, he didn't say isolated from others always, but content, not anxious, not dependent, not starving for validation. Content, true confidence whispers. It does not need applause. The noise of the many. Look around our world. Most people are terrified of silence. They drown themselves in constant connection, not for joy, but out of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of meeting their own mind, fear of seeing who they are without the crowd. Epictetus warned, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Because walking a different path, a quieter path, makes others uncomfortable. They do not understand why you don't chase the same chaos, why you don't cling to every invitation, why your peace matters more than presence. They judge what they don't understand. But the Stoics remind us, when you begin to master yourself, you naturally distance from those who haven't even begun. This is not arrogance, it is transformation. The wisdom of selective companionship. The Stoics believed in excellence in relationships, not abundance. Seneca said, "One friend is enough, many is too many." He believed a true friend is a partner in virtue, someone who helps you become wiser, calmer, stronger. Most friendships today are built on convenience, not conviction, on entertainment, not ethics, on distraction, not depth. The Stoics would say, if your circle does not elevate you, walk alone. It is better to have no one beside you than someone who pulls you away from who you are meant to become. True friendship is sacred, not common, not casual, not something to collect like trophies or followers. Seneca also wrote, "Associate with those who will make you better, and welcome those whom you can make better." Anything less is not friendship. It is background noise in the story of your life. Solitude as self-mastery. There is a place you must learn to live before you can belong anywhere else, within yourself. Marcus Aurelius practiced this daily, journaling, reflecting, correcting his own mind. He said, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good." This is the opposite of what most people do. They look outward for confidence, for belonging, for meaning. But inner peace never comes from outer abundance. Solitude is not the absence of company. It is the presence of clarity. When you sit alone and you feel strong, whole, steady, That is not loneliness. That is power. The story of Zeno. Let me tell you a story, the beginning of Stoicism. Zeno of Citium, a wealthy merchant, lost everything in a shipwreck. His wealth, gone. His status, gone. His connections, gone. He walked into Athens with no friends, no reputation, no identity left. And in that humility, in that solitude, he discovered philosophy. He found clarity not through crowds, but through crisis and quiet. And from that solitude grew Stoicism, a philosophy that has guided leaders, warriors, thinkers, and seekers for over 2,000 years. Imagine if he had rushed to fill the silence, to chase new friends immediately, to avoid sitting alone with himself. Stoicism might never have begun. Greatness often starts in silence. The pressure to be social. We live in a time where being constantly social is considered normal. Go out more, network more, join more groups, be seen, be present, be everywhere. But hear this. Your value is not measured by your visibility. A quiet life is not an inferior one. Deep roots do not grow in crowded soil. The Stoics did not advise isolation, but they warned of losing yourself in the crowd. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." Modern life rewards noise. Stoicism rewards quiet mastery. Ask yourself, do you avoid crowds because you fear judgment, or because you no longer need approval? One is weakness, the other is awakening. Solitude versus isolation. Let's be clear, solitude is chosen, isolation is forced. Solitude is conscious, isolation is fear. Solitude strengthens you, isolation weakens you. The Stoic does not run from people, they simply do not cling to them. If you enjoy company, you can engage. If you need space, you withdraw. Freedom is having the power to choose both. And remember, you do not need to be around many to be complete. You only need to not betray yourself to be accepted. The paradox of depth. People with depth often walk alone for a time. Why? Because most don't seek depth. They seek stimulation. They want excitement, gossip, validation. The Stoic seeks truth, not entertainment, peace, not praise, character, not applause, and depth intimidates the shallow. When you work on yourself, you may lose many, but you never lose anything real. You simply shed what no longer resonates with who you are becoming. Every philosopher, every seeker, every person who thinks deeply faces a phase of loneliness. But loneliness is simply the price you pay before you meet the people who truly understand you, and that is a price worth paying. The fruit of solitude. What grows in solitude? Self-discipline, self-awareness, focus, emotional independence, clarity of purpose, a mind that is your ally, not your oppressor. And perhaps the most powerful thing, you stop needing the world and start choosing it. This is strength. This is freedom. This is the essence of Stoicism. When you no longer fear being alone, no one can control you with loneliness. No one can manipulate you with belonging. No one can punish you with silence. You become complete. Final reflection. If your life is quiet right now, if your circle is small, if your phone doesn't light up every weekend, do not rush to fill the silence. Do not let comparison poison you. Do not think solitude means failure. Sometimes the universe clears your path so you can walk forward unburdened. A man in harmony with himself is never truly alone. And when you meet those few who recognize your growth, your depth, your peace, those friendships will be real, rare, and unbreakable. Until then, walk your path, build your mind, respect your solitude. As Marcus Aurelius said, be content to walk alone if your way is right. Because the lack of many friends does not mean you are empty. It means you are preparing to meet the few who truly matter. Thank you for listening and walking this contemplative path today. If this message resonates, remember, Solitude shapes strength. Cherish it. Before we end, do you feel alone, or do you feel at peace in your own company? Share your answer in the comments. I'd love to read your perspective. Stay grounded, stay self-aware, and continue to grow. Until next time.